Am I the butt for refusing to take care of my husband after an accident that made him disabled?
Whoa,
let's see.
That's a title there.
We have been married for 25 years.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Have you grown apart?
I'm sorry.
I was going to say, have you grown apart?
Sorry. Let me read first. I already wrote you off. Yes, the answer is yes. No.
We have been married for 25 years and have a grown-up daughter together who cut him out of her life. All right. Tell me why.
Yeah, that's a deep one.
The marriage has been hard. I was the only one supporting our family. I worked at jobs that were exploitative. Why'd you do that? What was you doing?
So we gonna work a poll?
Yeah. I was working at jobs that were exploitative. I'm 40 and I went to American schools. I'm sorry, I don't know. I worked at jobs that were exploitative and managed the household. He was at home, refusing to work because he is not a slick man. Why you been married 25 years? Don't do this shit to yourself.
You did it. You
Motherfuckers swear that suffering is like, see what I've been going through this whole time? You stupid fuck, leave. He was at home, refusing to work because he is, quote, not a slave. He complained about every time that he has to cook. Why are you with him? He screamed at our daughter daily and refused to drive her to sports. Why are you with him? He insisted she had to do... So he screamed at our daughter daily and refused to drive her to sports. He insisted she had to do... Because his dream was for her to go to the Olympics.
Oh, boy. This guy sounds
Y'all
like a
know
winner.
that's... not easy, yeah. My daughter developed anger issues and became mentally unstable and hard to bear. She moved out at 18 and has since been on low contact and sometimes on no contact with him, but she would talk to me. He had an accident that left him mentally disabled and he is impossible to take care of. He insists he is all right and he runs away or gets aggressive. He doesn't listen. Give me more on the runs away. Are we talking like he goes to the next room? Are we talking that like
Days?
you come to the...
Minutes, hours, days, weeks. What are we talking?
Yeah,
here?
are you talking like you come along,
right.
the den, and the front door's open again. Josh
he ran away again. He's 45. He ran away again. What the fuck are we talking?
He had an accident that left him mentally disabled, and it sounded like he was a little bit on the spectrum before, John. He had an accident that left him mentally disabled, and he's impossible to take care of. He insists he is all right and runs away or gets aggressive. He doesn't listen. I am still the one that has to work, and I am just so tired of it all. I can't do this anymore. Our daughter suggested to just send him back to his home country with his family. She doesn't care at all about him, and I can't do this alone. We have a house in his home country in his name, but I paid for it. I paid for everything. I tried so hard to be a good wife and mother, and I failed at everything. I feel guilty, but I just can't take it anymore. We were poor, and a lot of things were lacking. We lived with bare minimum and never had anything nice. We owe our daughter money at this point. I don't know what to do. Am I the butt nugget? Whoa. Now,
that nigga took you for a ride.
that guy, yeah.
And you allowed it to happen too. So I mean,
that's the thing is like there is, like I said, to me there is no honor in like, yeah, but I'm suffering. No, see, this sucks, but I'm choosing to do it.
And I have to be with him for 25 years, miserable.
There is no like. You don't get the, like if you work somewhere for 20 years, they give you a gold watch. There is no like, hey, you've been with a broke down fucking asshole for 25 years. Here's the bag of money.
Here's the bag of money for you dealing with you shouldn't have to do it. It's different.
Nobody shows at your house and is like, hey, you wasted your whole fucking life. Good job. Like, that's...
You gotta put on your big pants, big girl pants.
All that stuff. So, like, this is my thing. The marriage was hard. I was the only one supporting the family. What now? Before you got married, what was he like? Right. Did you marry the cat with no job that sleeps on the couch that was promising stuff?
Pre-existing condition, pre-marriage. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Did that happen already? Because it almost seems like you accepted it, and now you're like, ugh, I accept, but you keep accepting it.
You didn't change after marriage. Is that what happened? Or because this is hypothetical. I'm not saying I'm not blaming you. I'm not fucking woman hating and saying that's what happened. Or did you marry this cat? And he chose to become this person afterwards. There's two very different things about that. Like, was he in the mix? And then he was just like, you know what? One day, I'm not a slave.
I'm not a slave.
But that's the other thing, too. Okay.
Well, you could be one, honey, I think.
Right? And there's a big difference between I don't want to work for the man and
I don't work at all.
I'm not cooking at home. Like, that's the other thing. You don't want to take care of your family. You don't want to help cook and feed your family.
He's another child, honey. Get rid of him. You're taking care. In this scenario, it's another fucking child that you are caring for.
But now this is also what I want to know. What I want to know. What was he doing though? Like, because he was at home refusing to work, and then he didn't want to cook for you guys, and he didn't want to drive your daughter to sports practices that he said she had to do because he wanted her to go to the Olympics.
Fixing everything in the house and building an extension off the right wing, nigga. That's what
I'm saying. It's like, so...
Did he do anything?
But, listen, there's a thing of like, nah, I'm going to give this cat 6 months, and he's going to change.
Yeah.
25 years of just like, But also, once again, what was he doing at home?
How bad was
it? Was he sitting watching TV that you were paying for this entire time? Like,
and this is one side too. I mean, maybe are you exaggerating, or it's almost like are you exaggerating, or you just took that on the chin, honey?
And those are the questions I always have to ask: is why did you take it on the chin? But she also said, like, he's from another country, and there are some loyal to a fault people, but once again, you get no chips for that.
Yeah.
You get no kudos for being loyal to a fault.
It's on you.
Just dumb.
You gotta hold that. That's your bag to hold, no matter how fucking heavy it is.
Yeah.
It's a heavy bag. Yours, you carry it.
I'm not saying you get into one argument and you fucking jump ship. That's not what I'm talking about. But I am saying
25
before the 25-year mark.
Right. Maybe 6, 7,
I would have called you an asshole at the 5-year mark. Right. You know what I'm saying? But before the 25-year mark, you make the decision.
You had a whole extra 15 years as soon as you hit double digits.
Yeah.
You hit 10, which is a big number, then you gain 15 more of what it seems to be bullshit.
Right.
So, I mean, you accepted him as a child. I'll take care of you. And like you said, it almost seemed like, from the way she described it, like he was a little off before the job.
Because I want to know what is the whole, like...
What is
once again, was it...
I'm not a slave. That's the only time?
Did this cat change after you got married? Was it, I do? Gotcha, bitch. I'm not, you know what
I'm
saying?
I'm not a slave. Gotcha. I got me an Oprah. Ain't that right?
Yeah. There's so much missing about the background, but now for the nice part. Yes, boo-boo, send him back to his fucking country and live the rest of the life that you have the way that you want to live it.
And
absolutely.
What they said, their kid is grown?
Kid's grown. Kid's over 18. They owe the kid money because they've been borrowing money from the fucking kid.
It's terrible.
Send homie back. Like,
send
listen.
Him packing. He's been here long enough. He probably can stay now. But to send him out of your house, at least.
Yeah.
You decide. Go. Figure it out.
This is the other thing, though, that where this is also confusing. He had an accident that left him mentally disabled and he's impossible to take care of. He insists he's okay. So... I want to know what is the, like, was it an accident where he got knocked in the head? Like, he doesn't understand that, like, he's not wearing pants? You know what I mean? Like, is it one of those type of things, or?
Just help him get some proper help for himself.
Yeah.
And it's okay to say, I don't want to do that and I can't do that. Mm-hmm. I think some people get caught up in the guilt of, like, deep down, if you feel like you really can't do that and you don't want to do that, you got to run with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's your life. It's your fucking, it's going to burn, like Usher said, but you might have to fucking take that, man, and just be like, you know what? I don't want to deal with somebody mentally disabled.
Yeah.
Some people might, have a close family member that had a bad accident and now they have to sacrifice their whole life to take care of that person. Some people aren't ready for that, man.
And it sounds like you would already sacrifice your whole life to take care of that person. And now it's like,
was stable.
Homeboy, he wasn't that great, and now, unfortunately, he has a mental problem to where, like you said,
don't feel
I only laugh because it's the visual of it, but like when you're saying he's running away, I want to know more of that. Like, is he just like, I'm not having this conversation, or like I said, is he booking it into the woods?
That's it's probably metaphor.
Yeah.
He runs away from every conversation. There you go.
Here's one thing another take it on the chin aspect here. We have a house in his home country in his name, but I paid for it. I paid for everything. I tried so hard. Like, I get you're at the end of your rope, but that's another one. Maybe you just take that on the chin. Maybe you go, you know what? There's a house over there that's paid for.
I don't want it.
I paid for it, yes.
Go.
Yo, that sucks, but...
That's for you.
That's yours, homie. Like you already said, it's in his name.
Right.
And so just hit him with that, like, listen, there's a house over there. I'm going to send you back. You go over there.
Go ahead. You won't be a slave over there. You'll be free.
Because, for a third time, I understand that I repeat myself. You get no kudos for sticking it out. Like, that shit is, like, there's nothing to that. Like, cool, your life sucks. You aren't happy in what you're doing. Well, I'll just keep doing the exact same thing and hope to, like,
the sky
don't
will
do
open
that.
Up and change. Yeah, no,
don't do that.
Know what it is, and then accept that you were the asshole for sticking around for it. Accept that part. You have to accept that part. You know, I've done some dumb shit, and I have to put my hat on everything dumb I've done, man. You know what I mean? It's just life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
everybody has.
right. You know, he's like, I made some stupid decisions, and I got to put my hat right on that hook.
So I think you're definitely the asshole for staying married to this cat for 25 years, but I think you can pop out of that asshole and send him home and just be like...
Free nugget.
Free nugget! I would say... live your life for the rest of your life the way that you want to live your life.
Right.
Because...
he'll figure it out.
if you've been married for 25 years, okay, say y'all got married at 20.
Right.
Because you didn't give your age now. Say you got married at 20, maybe, hey, I don't know. Are you 45? Did you get married at 25? Right. Are you 50? Whatever age you are, you got time
25
left.
25 years, you might be older.
Yeah. But you got time left to have a good-ass life that you can do. And I say, take advantage of the time that you have left and do not live your life for somebody else. And I understand that, like, the mental issue makes it weird to where... people might now look at you because of that.
Right.
And you might not be able to explain, no, he sucked before. Right. Like, he wasn't...
Yeah,
this
sure,
isn't,
Barbara. Yeah,
exactly.
Sure, yeah. That's what you tell yourself.
This isn't the part where now he's not good. Like,
you have to own that piece, man. Like, if you know that's the piece that's real and it's true, and everybody else is telling you it's a lie, you know the truth. And it's going to fucking suck because nobody wants people in their face telling them they don't know shit. But it's like, you got, hey, I know what it is, and that's all that should matter. It's all that should matter, you know? But people do care about what people think, and, you know. That could leave you in that rabbit hole of like, fuck, man. I just want to explain to you guys what happened.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying it to be funny, but if the nigga's fucked up in the head, he probably won't even realize it anyway. So
yeah,
I don't know how bad is the situation from the accident.
How bad is the mentally disabled part?
Right.
And I feel like it would have been better if you had described the accident more.
Right. And like, what is he doing? Is he like coherent, or is he just sitting there like blowing bubbles kind of, you know what I mean? Like in a sense where he's like out and he's not there. In that sense, he's not gonna know anyways, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't want to say like, God, I gotta ditch him now he's fucked up, but it's like, you already taking care of him for that time. And maybe you just don't have it in you anymore to even do that, to take care of a grown child or be a nurse now and be the whole caregiver. It might not be your bag, man. It might not be your bag.
And it sounds like you already were taking care of him this entire time. And I get that. This has now made it to where he needs more care, and it just you're at the end of your rope. You might not be able to do it. I get it.
You drive yourself to a heart attack, man.
I feel like it's going to be tougher to convince everybody else, but you can't be worried about anybody else, because I don't even know if you guys have friends in the neighborhood, whatever it is, of the whole like, oh, you let him go after the accident. But if you can't do it anymore, you can't do it anymore. That's how it is.
Right. There's nobody in your corner throwing in a towel but you.
Yeah.
It's your towel, your white flag.
Right.
There's no Patron. There's no patrons. There's no fucking Patron patrons. You know what I'm talking about. There's no fucking people back there telling you. You got to make a decision.
Get out of there.
Get out. House is on fire. Get out!